Think about your local infrastructure. You drive down the street hitting potholes, the power cuts out for the third time this week, and the taps run dry. It feels a lot like living in a house with a crumbling foundation. To fix a house that broken, you need a highly detailed blueprint. Most political parties use economic theories or the history of past struggles as their guide to rebuilding. But there's one party that operates using a different set of instructions. The African Christian Democratic Party, or ACDP, uses a specific and literal blueprint for running a modern city, the Holy Bible. Founded in 1993, the party is led by Reverend Kenneth Mesho. He champions a concept called godly governance as the direct answer to society's decay. The ACDP treats every pothole repair and every city budget as a strict spiritual duty rather than a standard political task. Because the ACDP believes it answers directly to a divine authority, its representatives take a rigid stance against the corruption that plagues many local governments. This strict moral code positions them as an independent watchdog. Instead of compromising their values to gain influence, they focus their energy on holding the police and executive branches accountable for their actions. You can see this independence in action after the 2024 national elections. When offered a chance to join the government of national unity, the ACDP declined. They preferred to remain a small, distinct entity rather than enter a political marriage of convenience. Their end goal is to maintain an uncompromised moral standard in government, even if that means sacrificing raw political power. This moral focus also extends to the economy, specifically the youth unemployment crisis. The party views a young person unable to find work as a failure by the state that strips citizens of their dignity. This chart shows the gap in South Africa's labor market. The country needs 30,000 artisans annually, but colleges only produce 20,000. To close this gap, the ACDP prioritizes apprenticeships and practical trades, like plumbing and electrical work, over university degrees. They advocate for a free market economy with a social conscience. Teaching a young person a physical trade gives them a practical pathway to earning a living and staying financially independent. Using a biblical blueprint comes with a specific set of rules. The ACDP enforces strict social conservatism, and those beliefs frequently clash with South Africa's modern secular laws. To understand how deeply they hold these convictions, we look back to 1996. The ACDP was the sole political party to vote against the adoption of the new South African Constitution. They cast that no vote because they firmly opposed the inclusion of the right to elective abortion, as well as the explicit legal protections for sexual orientation. Today, their platform continues to reflect those boundaries. They actively promote the traditional family unit, support the death penalty for severe crimes, and strongly oppose the decriminalization of sex work. Supporting the ACDP means choosing a representative who fights for transparent city spending and honest accounting, while simultaneously pushing back against secular liberal policies. As the 2026 local elections approach, voters are looking at major cities run by chaotic, constantly shifting multi-party coalitions. Inside these local governments, the ACDP acts as a moral conscience. They demand that cities keep honest financial records, effectively checking the government's math, and hire technical experts instead of political allies. Their pitch to young people and voters who feel politically homeless is straightforward. They promise a return to basic service, order, and safety. Voters seeking progressive social liberties will find the ACDP's platform restrictive, as they focus entirely on pairing strict conservative values with technical competence. It's up to you to decide if mixing deep faith with local politics is the blueprint your city needs right now. Make sure you're registered and make your voice heard.